Today for Full Album Friday, we're going back to 1987 to check out the Scum record from Napalm Death. This remains one of my all-time favorite records, and a lot of people have been asking me to discuss the heavier side of my collection, and this is about as perfect a place as I can think of to start. 28 tracks in 33 minutes. In a lot of ways, that's all you need to know about this record. It's pure kick-ass, right in your face, and awesome. Within the world of grindcore, which this record most certainly is, that sort of track length is pretty standard. But the amount of energy and sound that Napalm Death fit into that time is unparalleled. And to be honest, they really put together one hell of a blueprint for a way to play music on this record. The odd thing about this album is you pretty much have two completely different bands. The first side was actually meant to be the first side of a shared LP, and it was recorded in 1986. The second side was recorded about 10 months later, and it's an entirely different lineup minus their drummer. But this record is shockingly cohesive given the fact that they're almost two completely different bands. You can hear elements of everything from punk and hardcore to no wave to sludge. There's just so much coming into play here, all under the umbrella of heavy metal. And in a way, this is kind of where you see the beginning of industrial and metal coming together and making something completely new. Grindcore. For me, it's about the menacing feel on every song. They manage to be evil and dark without ever becoming cliche. This music just feels dangerous in the best way possible, and every moment is absolutely crushing. Along with that, there is a clear form on every single song. This isn't just noise. There are riffs, there are melodies, and it's clear that the band wants to destroy you, their instruments, the song, and maybe the world on every single track. The drumming, the guitars, the bass work here, it's like nothing you'll ever hear and nothing you'll ever experience. This is music that wants to kick your ass in the best way possible. And of course, on this album, you have the track You Suffer, which currently holds the Guinness Book of World record for the shortest song ever at 1.316 seconds. Along with a lot to be found in the music, there's a ton to be found in the lyrics. There's not many of them here, but they've got a lot of meaning. They go after a lot of big topics here. People generally getting dumber, television and how it makes people generally dumber, corporations, all sorts of stuff like that. And the words are as sharp and on point as the music is. The fact is, grindcore gets written off all the time, but it's one of my favorite genres, and there's a ton of great music to be found there. Napalm Death is a great starting point for people wanting to get into that sound, and it's the sort of record you have to turn all the way up. In fact, I don't know if there's a volume loud enough to play this record to do it justice. It doesn't exist. This record is also a personal favorite for when I need to refocus myself after I've dealt with large groups of very stupid people. You know, like being on the New York City subways. Regardless, everybody needs to know the Scum record, and if it's not in your collection, you need to change that right now. Thank me later.